welcome to Rat Salad Review. Today I'm here with Aaron Robinson from the band Blood of Angels. What's going on, Aaron?
Oh, going good, man. Just got back from a little vacation, so ready to get back to work.
Where'd you go?
Did a Caribbean cruise, did the Dominican Republic, U.S. and British Virgin Islands, and then the private island, the Norwegian Cruise Line private island
Oh, wow.
near the Bahamas. So it was fun.
Oh,
Good
very nice.
times.
It's
Yeah.
nice to get away once in a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I do it a little more than once in a while, but it's all good.
Yeah. Although you guys are from Florida, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's nice down there too. I mean,
It's incredibly nice down here. I love it here.
Yeah. I know a lot of people from Florida. Actually, another show I do. He's from Florida. He's from Hialeah. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Hialeah.
Hialeah. Yeah.
Yeah, down in Miami.
Yeah, a bad part of town.
Yeah.
But
great Cuban food, though.
Yeah.
Great Spanish food.
Yeah. But we're here to talk about Blood of Angels, and you guys just released a single called Spillage, and it's pretty good. I mean, you guys, you have a very a death metal. I was going to say death metal sound, but obviously you are a death metal band. Basically, do you consider yourself a straight death metal band, or what do you consider yourselves? Yeah.
Sure.
Because there's a mix of everything. I hear a mix of a couple of things in there.
I don't know. I mean, I usually go with just metal band and I leave it at that. But it's whatever people call it. I mean, I love Slayer as much as I love Morbid Angel, as much as I love Mayhem, and and Immortal, as much as I love Iron Maiden. You know what I mean? So it's all those things just wrapped up in influences, and of course, Pantera, Lamb of God. I love all those bands for different reasons and for the same thing. So,
right.
I mean, the mission is that we just kind of just go where the muse takes us, or where we're going artistically, and not really worry so much of putting ourselves in that box. Like, okay, we are a death metal band, so every song we do has to be like Morbid Angel and Cannibal Corpse sounding.
Right.
You might do a song like that, and then we'll do a song, that's maybe a little more Iron Maiden-y, or or hell, this next thing on the album, I'm breaking out the acoustic guitar for one of our songs. It's wherever it takes it. But metal, it's metal.
Definitely. It's definitely in the metal genre.
Yeah.
But that's cool to be like that, because I read in your bio here that you guys kind of want to, do your own thing, basically, which is cool because, a lot of bands, especially when they get on record labels and stuff, they have to be a certain way. And, and bands like you and what you guys want to do, I think it's the right thing to do, because it makes it more real. It makes it more personal for you guys, and makes it more realistic for fans to hear, instead of just some, paint by numbers music,
It's completely honest and genuine. And then all of a sudden, and also you're not stagnated into every album basically kind of being the same.
Right.
I mean, you listen to the first Marduk record, and you listen to the current one right now, and it's just they got better production, but that's really that's about where it is.
Right.
Musically, I don't think we've really changed a whole lot in in the 30 years.
Right.
So I made a band like that, as an example.
Yeah. So, and I also read that you guys you like to write about it says here public mistruths. So what are your lyrics mostly about? I mean, I like to hear things that are more like real story type things. So what are your lyrics really about?
Well, I would say we're a concept album band. I love doing albums that fit around the same theme. Of course, we're still really new in this. It's not like we have a long history. So the first EP we did, Rise of the Fallen Gods, initially was supposed to be a full-length album, but the lineup at the time ended up splintering after only 3 songs. So we only really covered the Norse mythology part of what we wanted to do. But I also wanted to do songs about Greek mythology and Roman mythology, and even bring in some stories of Eastern mythology, of Taoism, and and things like that, and blend that into one cohesive album, basically pointing out different cultural, mythological stories of the past and doing songs about that. But unfortunately, we only counted before the lineup splintered off. We only really were able to do the 3 Viking songs. So, but that was that. The Failure of Faith is the concept album is basically the origins of monotheistic religions, mainly the 3 that predominate our world right now: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. How the idea of the singular God kind of came to be. That's the initial song, Monotheism. and then I went in chronological order with 40-Year Journey, and I went into Judaism, and then the formation and coming together of Christianity with Blood of the Lamb, and then the messenger is Islam. You know, how the Quran came to be, and Muhammad and his story and everything else, and then the rest of the album is pointing out moments throughout history where these religions have done a great job dividing humanity, pitting us against each other for invisible parent-father figures that don't exist. So and that was really the concept of that one. Well, the concept of new album is basically various rituals of mourning. You know, how we say goodbye basically to our loved ones that have been departed. It's kind of a personal thing. Like Jonathan, our drummer, just recently lost his father about a year ago.
Oh, really? Mm.
You know, so you know, that's a personal thing that hit home. Everything that happened with the pandemic, a lot of people, you know, prematurely lost loved ones, you know, from the pandemic, things like that.
Mm.
So I feel this is a good personal subject matter that we can really connect to with other people in a real emotional way, and connect to an audience, you know, lyrically in that sense.
Yeah,
and of course, the music is still going to have moments of brutality and heaviness, but yeah.
No, you can't not have that, especially
lyrically, it's going to be
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Now, are you the main songwriter, or everybody contributes to the songs?
I was for the first two. The current lineup I have now is the same one from Failure of Faith. We've been, you know, out of the 7 years we've kind of been a band, we've been this lineup for vast majority of it for about 4. Like I said, when I did the first album, I was just getting this new lineup together. I really kind of had a lot of control over the music and everything because I didn't really know what to expect from the other guys.
Right.
But after being on the road with them for the last couple of years and doing this album and everything, we've learned each other's strengths and weaknesses. So this album is going to be very much more of a collaborative thing. I mean, it mostly starts with me. I kind of bring the skeletal structure of the song to the table. But, you know, I mean, Jonathan's not only a really good drummer, but he's an incredible keyboard player and does like a lot of gothic industrial things. Some of that's going to be coming into the band. You know, Maggot being an incredible bass player. I can't say that enough. You know, is going to bring like some of his elements more into the songwriting process. There's a couple of songs where he's going to take the lead on more. I'm backing off on the lyrics more. Randy, this is a subject matter that Randy is very good at writing. Because you know because he's very good at introspective and personal lyrics for himself. So you know he's going to take more of the heavy lifting of the lyric writing, you know, as well as vocally. So this album's going to be way more collaborative than the past work.
Oh, very cool. I like it when it works out that way. You know, I think it makes the band better too. You know, instead of just coming from one person, you got a whole side of everybody. You know?
Oh, very much so. You know, and I mean the communication has been fantastic so far. I mean, I love it when I came in like one of the songs we were doing, The Last Rites, and I'm telling the guys, okay, mostly I'm going to be doing. Mostly I wrote this song in the G Mixolydian mode. And everybody knows what I'm talking about, and it's fantastic.
That's good when you find a group of guys. What happened to the other guys? Did they just not care for the direction you were going in, or what happened with that?
Some of it's personal. Kevin Phillips, who was a very good drummer, first drummer I had, basically he had an agreement with his fiance that after she graduated college, and if he wasn't really in a full-time working band, that he would move with her back to Boston. So he did. Yeah, you know, so he left and went, and followed her to Boston, and that's fine. Michael wanted to be in North Carolina, close to family. He met someone, wanted to settle down. He wanted to be around his family and everything in North Carolina, and just, and Chris, it just parted ways. Basically, I mean, I was trying to bring him down to Tampa. He wanted to stay in Jacksonville, and it got to the point where I really needed like everybody in one location or close to it to work together. So, yeah.
Being in the band it's a commitment. It's not easy.
No.
Yeah, I had a band. Well, I have 2 bands now, but I had a band like years ago, and I think things were going cool for like 13 years, and then after a while, you get sick of people, and everybody starts getting sick of each other, and then it just becomes all right. We just got to go away. But
and that was my band previous to Blood of Angels. It just after 8 years, everybody just stopped working.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my vocalist at the time, it's like he only needed to write lyrics to 3 more songs. A year and a half later, he still didn't write the lyrics to only those 3 songs. I mean, how much are you going, how much are you going to fork over for rehearsal space rent and all that stuff?
Right.
When it's just not working anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's why I stopped.
No one wants to work anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I stopped doing bands for like a very long time, and then about 4 years ago, and I started getting into another band with me and my friend, and then now I have another band, and that's got like 5 people in it, and I'm just like, oh, what did I get myself into? But we're all having fun. Everybody like gets along, and and like you guys, I'm sure you guys have fun, creating music, and that's what we do. So
yeah, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's because I missed playing, because I stopped playing for probably about 6 years. I played drums, and I played about 6 years. I think I stopped playing for, and I missed it, and it's been fun playing again. I wish I could still play like I used to, though.
Yeah,
not even close. Yeah. So is the new album done yet? A Failure of Faith, or is it still like in the process of being done?
Failure of Faith has been done. That was our 2020 release.
Oh, I'm reading the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You're working on a new album.
Yeah, we're working on a new album. No, we just started getting back together and writing this past January after the new year. Okay. We finished our last tour show for Failure of Faith like October 16th here in Tampa. Then we just took the rest of the year off for holiday. So we got back together working after the New Year's. So we're about 4 songs in. So we're plugging away. We're going to get more done soon. Yeah. Probably start hitting the studio in April to start putting it down.
Oh, cool. Do you guys like get into a rehearsal space and practice at the songs, or do you share things through online, or how do you guys work?
No, we get into a practice space. Right. I'm old school that way. I still like 4 guys in the same room together, working music, working ideas, sharing a beer. I don't, as wonderful as technology is, I think there's just certain things that that camaraderie that you lose out on through the digital space.
Yeah.
There's not like being in the same room for 4 people and hashing out, and creating and hashing out music.
Yeah, definitely. And I definitely can understand that. I like both ways though. What my band does now. We do the online sharing thing. We share files back and forth, and it's kind of easier. We all have families, so I don't know if you have kids or anything, or.
No, I don't. The only one, Randy has a son. He's the only one with children in the band.
Yeah, it gets tough when you got kids, man. It's just like can't do anything.
I know it does. That's why I never had it. I chose rock and roll.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to do that for a while, but it didn't work out. Yeah, I got to get a job.
Yeah. No, I saw what Lemmy did, and I was like, okay, he's got it. That's what that's you want to do this, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys won some awards here. You won best metal song and best metal EP and best metal video for the August 2017 Academia Awards. How did they find about you guys?
No, I came across them and I submitted the music.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I filled out the application, sent it in.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, the real big one was was back in 2018 when we got the best metal hardcore song at the Independent Music Awards in New York. I would say that was the biggest of them. Because I mean, as far as Independent Music Awards, I mean that's the largest deal.
Right.
Like I said, the final nominations, like one band in the nomination category is from Japan, another one was from England. So yeah. So I was like, oh wow, this is pretty cool. It's pretty international, and the fact we came away with it, it was an awesome honor.
Yeah, that's great. So you said you played some shows recently. Do you have any favorite shows that you played, or any favorite bands that you've played with?
We did a tour with a 3-week tour with Convalescence and Filth. And really had a great time with the guys in Filth, like especially Dustin. We had our Jaeger shot ritual, before every show. Yeah. And those guys are fun, and they're really good tour mates. Convalescence pretty cool too. It was some fun. We had some fun moments, on that 3-week tour around the US.
Yeah. Where was your favorite place that you played at?
I would say the Toledo Death Fest. We did that a couple years ago. I was happy that they put us on the outdoor stage because they had an indoor and an outdoor, but and they had some of the bigger bands on the indoor stage, but I was glad we were on the outdoor stage because the courtyard had more space. So definitely a lot more people than what can fit inside. And that crowd was just with us from note one all the way to the end. I mean, I have so many videos that it's just awesome interactiveness.
Right.
And then we had a killer day at merch too. I had to reorder shirts after that. And that was only the third show of the tour. Yeah.
Wow. Jeez. Well, you can't go wrong with that. It's nothing to complain about with that at all.
No. And Jungle Rat was the headliners of that festival, and they were absolutely amazing. Great guys. Absolutely great guys.
Very cool. Very cool. What got you into playing guitar?
Randy Rhoads.
Oh, nice.
Basically.
All right.
The Ozzy Osbourne tribute record. My dad's a big rock guy. Black Sabbath, Blue Oyster Cult, Led Zeppelin, basically the heavy music of the 70s, really, 60s and 70s. And my dad was all into that. So he was in the Ozzy, and he came home with his new Randy Rhoads tribute record that came out. And then we played it and and that's when I wanted to play guitar.
Oh, really cool.
That record.
Were your parents musicians at all too, or no?
My mom was a singer. I mean, never professionally, but she sang in high school choir and all that stuff, and she had a good solid alto range. My grandfather was the professional musician. He was a jazz pianist back in the big band era. Did worked with Buddy Rich and Glenn Miller and Benny Goodman. Oh, wow. And he met them through the USO. He was part of one of the bands that did the USO tours during World War II. Oh, so that's how he got to meet a lot of those guys as they did their part on the USO. Going around playing for groups and everything. Oh, wow. So that's awesome. How he made that connection. Yeah. So he did that through from after World War II till like the mid 50s.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. That's something to be proud of there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those are some big names. Definitely. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the photo album's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know. Has he passed on? I would imagine he passed on by now.
Yeah. He passed away in 2009 at the age of 93.
All right. Did he get to ever hear any of the music that you've done or anything? Or
he heard my first album in my old band, Foreshadow.
Okay.
We came out with that debut album in 2009. Yeah, you heard that, and some of the stuff I did previously, demos and things.
Yeah, was he into any of your stuff? Did you like it?
Well, he appreciated the musicality of it. Yeah. When the vocals came in, he was like, "Oh, yeah." But I mean, it did really impress him how fast the drumming was, the BPMs and the drumming and the speed that I was playing and things and that stuff, So he was like, he just gonna, especially the drums, he's just gonna believe like the double bass and blast beats and things like that. Like wow,
Yeah. Especially the change of music from the time he played to now, it's like huge difference.
Yeah. He says, I mean, they never would even thought of going anywhere near that. No. In the past, that kind of a speed never even thought it humanly possible,
right?
But here it is. So I mean, that was the things that really impressed him.
Yeah, that's cool, man. All right, so where can people go to find Blood of Angels?
Well, our official website is bloodofangels.net. All information is right there to keep up to date. Facebook.com, Blood of Angels 1, Instagram.com, Blood of Angels, YouTube, Blood of Angels, etc.
All right, very cool.
Twitter, everything.
All right, great. So everybody can go out now. We'll go to any streaming service or streaming platform and go check out the song Spillage, and all the other EPs and are on streaming as well. I think I saw them, right?
Yeah, everything's out there. Yeah. I mean, we're probably going to drop a Motorhead cover this spring, one that we came out on a European Motorhead compilation about a year ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, we're going to release. We covered. I know a lot of people wanted to do Kill by Death and Damage Case and like the older stuff. I wanted to do like one of the newer ones. So we did Teach Them How to Sing the Blues. From the Motorizer album. I've always really loved the lyrics to that, and I thought it was great. So
that's cool.
So that was the one we decided to cover for the compilation.
Oh, great! I'd like to hear that. I'm a Motorhead fan myself, so that's cool.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I like when it's tough when you pick when you be on tribute, because we were on a Def Leppard tribute album recently.
Awesome.
And, I wanted to pick a song that wasn't so like well known. I mean, I forgot what we even picked. On Through the Night, maybe. I don't remember. Doesn't matter right now. But you know, I like that when you pick like the deep cuts, you know, or something newer that people aren't so familiar with, but still, you know, they're good songs. So it's a good choice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because everyone would pick something from Hysteria or High and Dry, or you know.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, you pick something that wasn't in their Billboard hit charts. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. No, I can't wait to hear the Motorhead cover and hear the new album. So good luck with everything. And do you have any other shows coming up or anything, or are you waiting until the album comes out?
Mostly going to wait till the album comes out. We may be doing a show up in Chicago sometime this summer.
Okay.
With the band that is named Spillage, and the whole song scenario, how that happened was a funny story in itself.
Oh, well, tell it. We have some time. Go ahead.
Well, we do have some time. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, what happened is Kimmy Rudolph, who runs a podcast called The Metal Deli, and she was playing some of our songs as part of her show. And she had the idea. There was a band in Chicago, and they're called Spillage. They're kind of a power metal band, very good band. And they did a song called Blood of Angels. So she thought it would be it'd be fun if we did a song called Spillage. And when we released it, she'll, make arrangements and bring us up to Chicago, and we'll play the show together. So that's kind of where this song Spillage came from. It was kind of an inspiration to it. So that'll probably happen sometime this summer. And then we may be doing a festival date in Kentucky. We put in for Dime Stock in Wisconsin. We might end up doing that maybe. And then we're going to do a home Halloween show in October here in Tampa.
Oh.
But mostly it's more about focusing on doing the new album than playing shows, because I mean, to be flat out honest, we can really only afford to do one or the other. Either we're going to pay for, we're going to make a new record, or we're going to go on tour. Unfortunately, can't afford to do both. So, but since it's been going on almost 3 years since the last release, it's time to make a new record.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever heard of 97 Underground?
No, I have not.
They're in Maryland, and actually, we work with a guy, Evil Scott. He does a show on there. I'm going to screw up the name of his show. Zombie Ritual Radio.
Okay, I know of that program. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He plays bands that that you guys would definitely fit on his show. So I'll pass the word along to him. But if you want to contact him, definitely do that, because he can. And they actually do shows for the radio station as well, over in Maryland too. So definitely, I'll let him know about you guys, and definitely give them an email or something. Because he'll definitely like you guys. I know that for sure.
Awesome. It's fantastic.
He'll definitely play you guys on his radio show.
Killer.
But, but again, Aaron, thank you very much for coming on the show. Had a lot of fun. Thank you for
having me on.
Yep. Yeah. And good luck with the band, and good luck with the album and everything. And hopefully to see you when it's all done.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Take care. Have a good one.
You too. Have a good night. And we will see you guys next week. And go to ratsatreview.com. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Goodbye.
For all hard rock, heavy metal bands needing worldwide exposure at affordable prices, Online Metal Promo PR is taking bands from the underground to above ground. Visit their official website at onlinemetalpromo.net. onlinemetalpromo.net.